Duh. Oh, we should film it going up. That'd be good.
Should I throw a mash paddle in the air?
There you go. So, the Fermzilla 15.7 or 9 gallon fermenter. So, this thing's great. So, first off, if you're interested in doing larger batches of beer, these are on sale at More Beer right now. I think for like $150.
That sounds right.
And they come with the optional pressure kit and the spunding valve. So we're just going to talk a little bit about this. A friend of mine picked up the Fermzilla All Rounder, the smaller version, like the 7.5 gallon. And I was thinking of some things to tell him. And I figured, hey, let's make a video. Yeah. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the little alert button for the channel so you get notified of any upcoming episodes. What else should they do?
Comment.
Oh, comment.
I'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want some cool t-shirts like Jesse has on, you can find it in a link in the show notes, as well as if you want to buy us a coffee, but we'll promise we'll use it for beer.
Yeah. I like coffee, but I like beer more.
Yeah. So this thing here, we've talked about the Fermonster, or at least we used the Fermonster in our closed transfer video.
Yes.
This is by Kegland. I got the all-rounder, the small version first, the 7.5 gallon version. I loved it. We have a friend, Bill, who is crazy about cider. And cider takes a long time to kind of clear out. So I was like, hey, with this I can make 15 gallons of it. It's closed, so I could push out 4 or 5 gallons at a time as I need it, and that'll save me a lot of time. And it was easier than having a bunch of carboys sitting around for months. But I use it for so much more. It's convenient to do 10 gallons of a pressure fermented lager, or 10 gallons of anything really.
Yeah, because these work just as well for. Just based on my experience from the Fermonster, they work well for anything because you don't have to pressure ferment with it.
Yeah,
obviously.
Now the only drawback is how are you going to fill it, and how are you going to empty it? So, because once this thing is full of beer, if you do 10 gallons, that's like 80 pounds.
Ish,
right?
83.
If you do 15 gallons, yeah, you can do math. But, maybe you don't want to lug this thing up and down your stairs. Generally, what I do, when I first bought it, I was thinking about buying a really long half-inch tube of, hose. But what I end up doing is, you can fill it up with clean, sanitized buckets. Just put your wort in the clean, sanitized bucket, bring it to this location and put it in there. If you do no-chill, that's the way I normally do it, is I'll dump the no-chill container into it. I'm sure you can figure it out, but you don't want to move it around when it's full. You're not supposed to even. They warn you against it.
I was wondering how sturdy this... they have these handy-dandy little handles up here, but I'm sure that they would recommend,
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that they would recommend against lifting up the full thing with that,
Now, the two problems I see most people have with the Fermzilla line, and it's probably common across all of the pressure fermenting vessels, but is getting the lid to seal. They have troubles with the lid sealing. And in order to go around that, what I purchased is, I don't have it with me, but I'll get a picture and put it here. I bought a strap wrench, and it's basically just a strap. It goes around it, and you can tighten or loosen with it. You don't want to go too crazy because it is made of plastic, and that's a good way to kind of snug it up. If you have more problems, what I would do is put a little bit of lube around the inner portion of the Fermzilla where the lid fits in there. One of the other issues people have is getting the lid off, and it took me a while before I ran across it, but there's this handy method of taking loosening the ring around the lid a little bit and then using it to lever up from the pressure connect, and we'll demonstrate that. And then finally, one big thing you want to avoid is people will hook up the spunding valve to the wrong connector on there. Yeah, and the connectors are universal, so you don't want to put the spunding valve on the liquid side, because what you'll end up doing is, as it ferments, it'll start pressurizing, and it'll just push the liquid right out.
Out of your spunding valve.
Yeah,
and that's a good way to. If you're looking for a new spunding valve, I guess that's that's an option. But
Or if you want a beer scented house.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't mind beer all over your floor, which I've had both.
Yeah. So to help future Mike out, what I usually do is there's this handy dandy level indicator sticker that they give you that you put on there. I always orient the top so that the liquid line is on this side of the Fermzilla, and I know I always put the spunding valve on the back side of the Fermzilla.
So now something that I'm surprised that they didn't do, because I'm assuming when you bought this is what came with this unit here, right?
Yeah, correct.
So maybe they started doing this, but they have yellow disconnects, or the connectors now.
Okay, yeah.
Posts. So
for liquid, right?
Yeah, well, however you want to do it. So I think when I was watching a video on a different product, he said, I use yellow for beer. Well, okay,
yeah, because liquid gold.
Yeah, so whatever helps you remember, but having two different colors is...
Yeah, that would definitely help you out, yeah. And the pressure top, it doesn't actually come with the default model. It's got 2 screw posts there, and instead of the valve, the safety release valve, it's got a spot for you to put a airlock in. So, and it works great like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the pressure kit, I ferment, not under pressure as well. And what I'll do is I just have a air connected to a hose with nothing on the end, and I put the hose in a growler of sanitizer.
Basically a blow off.
Yeah, basically a blow off. So, yeah. Or not like one of the fancy ones we have in the video for our blow off options.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a regular old bucket.
Yeah.
No, that works too.
So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Every time I start thinking about pulling the trigger on one of those, then no, I won't. I wouldn't want one this personally. I wouldn't want one this big, but it works for you, which is awesome.
So, and of course, emptying it, you're gonna be able to empty it under pressure. I don't know how you would empty this thing.
Yeah.
If you weren't under pressure, I mean, you'd have to have it up high and have a really long auto siphon.
Yeah.
So I would suggest get the pressure kit for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because, I mean, even under pressure, how long it would still take, half an hour to empty if it's full.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It takes a good while, yeah. So with my cider, I'll do 12 gallons of finished cider in here, and then that gives me, 4 kegs or 3 kegs of cider.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'm really, I like the whole line of Fermzilla products, so
yeah,
I can't complain about it.
Well, those Kegland guys know what they're doing.
They're
on the ball.
Yeah. We were looking at another product recently and led me down this rabbit hole of videos on their site, and I was like, oh my god, they have everything.
Yeah, what was the cool thing you pointed me to? Is
the beer gun?
Oh, the Pluto beer gun.
Yeah,
those are kind of cool.
And then the backpack, the keg backpack.
Yeah, that one's. I see that as more of a novelty. I think you see a little bit more utility in that than I do.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's kind of cool if you want to be the guy walking around a party with beer. Hey.
Well, I don't want to be that guy. I just want to carry it into the house, and set it somewhere, and it'll stay cold because it's an insulated backpack. Yeah.
The way they're marketing it though is like, be
the
life of the party.
Yeah.
Walk around, shoot people in the face with beer. It just seems kind of odd.
Be a good way to burn calories.
I suppose.
just take it on your dog walk with you.
Was that guy a Ghostbuster?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Bob, why are you so short? Well, I've been walking every day with my Kegland JetKeg Backpack.
It's weird. I've been gaining weight. I don't know why. I walk like 3 miles a day.
Yeah, definitely only walk with session beers. You don't want to walk like him.
Just stop halfway through, take a little nap.
Yeah. Sorry, hopefully we included a link to the product so you know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. But they're... I'll have to remember what the other thing was. It was something cool. Obviously, it was really
they got the pressure dial.
That's what it was.
Yeah, because we've got a video on those coming up. I bought a couple of the metal ones, the stainless steel ones, but Kegland's converted over to the plastic ones because the metal ones got too expensive to make. So.
Yeah, they're having trouble machining them.
Yeah, I guess the tolerances are really small, so it was expensive.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but they have just a god-awful amount of good stuff.
Yeah.
And Jesse's a big fan of the duo-tight stuff.
Yep, I do like that. It's just easier to hook up the lines. You just push it in and make sure it's tight. And you just have to make sure it's pushed in all the way. That's the only
no clamps.
caveat.
Yeah, because clamps are a pain.
Yeah, you don't have to do any of the worm clamps or anything like that. You just push it in, you're done.
Yeah.
Then disconnect it, you just push on the little collar, pull it out. It's really simple.
Yeah. Well, and it's got more resistance to it too. The EVO barrier, is it EVO?
Yes. Yeah, EVO.
Yeah. The EVO barrier tubing, it's got a real narrow opening.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it makes it a lot easier to. You don't need as much line to create resistance for your beer.
So I actually, in my, not to get off topic here, but to get in my keg or my keezer, I think I have right now 2 taps, and they both are using the EVO tubing, and I was having an awful problem with it foaming. So I think I had like maybe 6 or 8 feet of that stuff. So I cut it down on one of them, so it was like just enough to go from the tap to the keg. And if anything, it's the same as the other one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's like really short, and I don't have to deal with all this. It's really rigid tubing, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, I don't have to deal with all that extra tubing.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
So yeah, I don't know. And then the worst part is you cut it too short. Oh well, you just throw that away and cut another piece.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that expensive.
I think if you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably remember I got this big score of used stuff from a guy a long time ago, and I had like 20 foot of EVO tubing I gave you. So yeah, and a bunch of duotites I think came with it too.
Well, the keezer I got from you, and it had all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if I got any extras, but
yeah,
I've been slowly accumulating it because
I mean once you're in that ecosystem,
you know. Well, I bought 2 spunding valves. One from Kegland oddly started leaking, so I have to play with that. But then I bought another one, and they're all duotite stuff.
Duotite, yeah.
Man, it's just
they're ridiculously easy.
Yeah,
and quick.
Yeah, and cheap.
Yeah.
And it's because the spunding valve I bought for like $35, and then a regular spunding valve they're like $45, $50.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like them.
Yeah, I do too. I agree. Oh yeah, bottle filler. They had a counter pressure bottle filler that looked really sharp.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start doing reviews on them. I think I'd like to get the bottle filler.
Yeah.
So, but if we accumulate more stuff from Kegland, we'll do reviews on them for sure.
No, for sure. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't think I got anything cool from them recently except for the spunding valve. The spunding valve was boring.
So, anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, till next time, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for watching our video. Check out our website at coloradobrewtalk.com for more great content.
While you're there, be sure to leave us a comment or drop us a line with your thoughts.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at CO Brew Talk, or follow the links below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future content.
Or episodes. As the case may be.